Definitely completely legal. Everything that's happening with the Mark Walter investigation and the very, very on the up and up sale for them Lakers. Also, Caitlin Clark's in the news, WNBA's in the news, and it's never about the stats. Tanya, how you doing?
Don't forget quarterback stuff that's pissing us off. Never forget that. We will be doing all of this and more in today's live episode. We are the regulars. Let's do this, Cody.
Let's do it, Tanya. We're back, baby! After just only one day away from our first ever emergency podcast, of which, of course, Mocha was in the chat. Sorry, Mocha. We didn't want to bother you, honestly part of it.
Mocha was like, why didn't you even let me know?
I'm sorry, that won't happen again, Mocha. And obviously he was sorely missed as we fucked up to start the show, but I guess that'll happen in an emergency podcast. And what do we have the emergency podcast for, Tanya? The batshit insane news with everything surrounding the Mark Walter sale of the Lakers within 1 year. And of course, we're going to get into the minutiae of that. Also, the surrounding things in that, which I'm really, really, really not at all concerned to talk about. And then, of course, we got a little bit of WNBA. You mentioned the quarterback shit that it always drives us nuts because, of course, quarterback shit is always against Jalen fucking Hurts for some goddamn reason.
Jalen Hurts is a not. We just watched the first 5 minutes of the new Green Lantern show that's coming out, and I'm like, at this point, I'm prepared for Jalen Hurts to somehow be the villain of that show. That's what you would think based on how everything is going.
It's gonna be Parallax, Sinestro, and Jalen Hurts throwing interceptions in practice.
Yeah, nerds, get with the fucking program. We also have a lot going on in Media Corner, which also has some quarterback stuff on it and whatever. So it's a pretty packed show.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. And yeah, Media Corner is a little fucking messy today because I don't know what to say other than this industry that we are currently in that we like to talk about and like to let you guys on the inside a little bit about is a fucking mess. And honest to God, it is today. If today didn't prove that it's in a bigger and worse state than it's ever fucking been, I don't know what to tell you. This is a fucking clown show. I can't wait to get into it.
I mean, the amazing part is that as bad as sports media is, the leagues are really giving them a run for their money. So I love that all aspects of this job are falling apart.
Very much so. Well, let's get right to it. I'm Cody Decker, Tanya Ray Fox. Like, share, and subscribe wherever you get your favorite podcasts. And of course, check us out over here on YouTube. We're getting ready to actually build also a Twitch page. We're on Facebook for the first time ever on Tanya's page. And of course, if you're watching us on Instagram, welcome to the fucking shit show that is the sports world. Let's get into it. Tanya Ray, headline one.
The Mark Walter investigation, which we talked about yesterday in our emergency podcast, is continuing to be broken down in the media. People are kind of taking a look at the timing of the $12.5 billion sale, which truly can't be ignored, which is why we did not ignore it yesterday. There's a couple of things that people have caught on to today. Again, this is why we did our emergency podcast yesterday, because we were on it. We were on it really quickly, but there, a lot of people don't know what Mark Walter is being investigated for. Mark Walter, the owner of the Dodgers, also the former owner of the Lakers before he randomly sold it out of nowhere to Josh Kushner and Bob Iger yesterday, or hasn't sold it yet. It's supposed to be going through at some point, but they're under investigation after a search warrant was issued less than a month ago from the FBI, seizing mobile phone and computer belongings to Walter. So it happened last fall, but it came out last month. The main company in question released a statement denying any wrongdoing. That is, I believe, TWG. Mark Walter and TWG have always acted in good faith, blah, blah, blah. At issue are those two insurance companies, Delaware Life and Clear Spring, which, according to the Los Angeles Times, an internal whistleblower at Guggenheim filed a complaint questioning how Guggenheim booked revenues associated with those insurers. Now, Guggenheim is the managing company for the teams that we were just talking about. Again, it's not inherently a problem when companies with a shared co-owner make a deal together, but it can be a problem if, and we are using one of the most extreme possible examples here, a company does something like what Enron infamously did and hides its financial woes from investors by unloading debts into seemingly separate entities. Now, this is for you and I, would not be a shocking situation at all. In this case, Bloomberg reports that Delaware Life told regulators in June of 2025 that it only had $1.4 billion in affiliated investments, representing 3% of its portfolio. And it turned out that number was more along the lines of $17 billion in loans that had been passed through a third party before being received by Walter's other companies. So then he goes and he apparently approached investment firms, including Mets owner Steve Cohen's Point72 Asset Management, about getting some cash on hands. He wanted a range of deals to get cash. That money would be used to help pay down those loans involving Walter's Insurance. So the reason that I wanted everybody to get caught up on this is because, as you and I broached, and as the rest of the media has caught on today, there's a massive, largest contract in sports looming out there, sort of hovering over all this questionable financials and how much Mark Walter actually has that could be liquid. And it's Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
People are finally noticing that Shohei can technically opt out of his Dodgers contract if Mark Walter sells the team.
Yes, he can.
Now, Mark Walter has shown no indication that he is going to sell the team. It's not being reported that he's going to sell the team.
But however, before Sunday, there was no indication or word at all. And by the way, how often do $12.5 billion deals get worked out in 3 days with literally no one saying a word in any direction at any given moment?
Well, I wouldn't say it's very common.
Okay, just checking. It's the first one I've ever seen, but continue.
So there's this whole thing going on with Shohei, which we talked about, which is like, it's starting to feel like the money's not there to pay Shohei. In the short term or potentially long term, the more that this guy's under investigation, which again could disappear after all of this movement, and he did just profit $12.5 billion for no reason.
So he can go ahead and pay off Shohei now.
He sure could. And I do sort of wonder if on Shohei's end, there's going to be potentially like a desire to restructure out of some of that deferred money, which would put the Dodgers in a very interesting choice, wouldn't it, Cody?
I said it yesterday. I said it, Shohei, you might want to go get your money. You've already been robbed by one person that you trusted. Don't let it be two.
Listen, he'd be if they were just paying him, right?
Yeah.
You tell me, because I can't remember. If they just paid him the annual value of his contract, if you restructured it so that he's getting the actual, like, what he should be making every year instead of these like little miniatures until the back end, does that still go on the luxury tax? Like,
oh no, they're already getting luxury taxed with the money as if it's in there.
So no matter what, it's in there. So it's not like they have to pay more, but suddenly their salary would be their hand cash salary for that year
would go up like $70 million.
Right. So let's say for 2027, if there was baseball, it would be he would be taking up a much larger percentage of their salary.
Yes.
Payroll would be, I mean, that you would at that point start thinking about getting rid of players.
100%.
Right, okay.
Even the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, yes. Well, that's the thing is, again, the Dodgers aren't, and we said this when we were talking about this, aren't even the richest owners. Like, I mean, he's going to Steve Cohen for money.
Steve Cohen has, just understand, like, he just made $12 billion the other day. Yeah. Cool. Steve Cohen has double that just in his checking account.
Oh, yeah. He has double that. Yeah. That he could just like grab
problem.
Right now.
He's probably looking at that sale going like, I can buy that twice.
Absolutely. 100%. So part of this also sort of connected to more stuff that came out today is also connected to what we talked about yesterday with Josh Kushner having a minority stake in the Miami Heat.
Yep.
And it is reported that he will need to sell that stake before the Lakers purchase goes through.
Yes.
Again, fucking sell it. Oh my God. Like, so you already secured this team, this sale, essentially. It just needs to be passed through the Board of Governors. He still owns 5% of the Miami Heat. Minority owners of NBA teams typically have very little impact on the day-to-day operations of the teams, but it is reported that Kushner will be required to sell his share of the Heat to purchase the Lakers. Obviously, we already knew that. He sold his stake in the Grizzlies in 2024 to clear the way for the investment for the Heat. So again, this is what we were talking about. I need you to understand. In the last 6 to 7 years, we've been talking about him buying minority ownership stakes in the Grizzlies and the Heat. We're talking 5-10% minority stakes in smaller market teams. Today, he has $12.5 billion to outright buy the most expensive team in the NBA. Mm-hmm. Nobody has a few questions about how he went from being a 5% minority owner of the Heat to owning a $12.5 billion team.
Well, it's funny you say that.
I have questions.
Oh, I luckily have a couple of answers for you.
Excellent.
Because I've done some Pablo Torreing on my own, because this is all facts of public record. So as you know, he is the founder of Thrive. And now there are two parts of Thrive, one of which is like the hedge fund, or I'm sorry if I'm referring to it wrong. I can't tell the difference between what a fucking hedge fund is and private equity is. It's just all fucking gambling in real time. That's just what it is. At the end of the day, he runs Thrive, and there's two different portions of Thrive, one of which is like an entertainment portion that is all a part, of getting the sports aspects. Well, here's the thing. The current assets, according to what the more recent things that are being reported, is that they have about $25 billion in those assets. The 5-year growth has been exponential with $15 billion. So like in 2021, right after COVID, due to certain government subsidies, they were able to grow their business from $2 billion all the way to 2025 to $25 billion, and estimated in some reports that they're worth $50 billion now. How that happened, I don't know. But I do know this, that on the same day that this sale was reported, the Treasury Department went ahead and put out this statement. Today, the Fed has issued a final rule that permanently removes the requirements of U.S. companies and U.S. persons to report beneficial ownership information. FinCEN today also announced that it will delete previously reported information by U.S. persons from the beneficial ownership information database. Now, if those of you are wondering what that means,
I'm wondering what that means.
That means that the U.S. government is now saying anyone that's a part of a large business deal, dark money no longer needs to be required to be reported or even tracked. This law came into effect to keep foreign entities from money laundering and billionaires from money laundering. This is allowing more or less basically money laundering. And a lot of that money laundering comes through, say, Saudi Arabia interest, allegedly, and how sports washing has very much become a thing. We'll say that there's a lot of money invested in Thrive. Just let's throw that out there. Say a ton of money is invested in Thrive from Saudi Arabia interests. So we'll never know that. The government will never check it. And now we won't even be told. Honestly, we don't even know who owns the Lakers technically. It's kind of a dark, dark, dark thing.
That is, and it's only going to apply to corporations, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And billionaires.
We can't get our dark money in that.
No. We don't get any of this. This is.
So we're going to.
This is going. By the way, this ruling is really built it's almost like a perfect time to sell or buy a multi-billion-dollar franchise.
That's so weird. That's so weird that
I'm not saying it's. I'm not saying one is caused by the other. It's just I'm saying the timing to be a billionaire has never been better.
But again, Cody, we have to remember, just like everybody keeps telling us on the internet, those moderates on the internet, Josh Kushner doesn't have anything to do with the Trump administration.
You're right.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything to do with that. Don't judge him by his last name. Okay. Well, I won't say anything, and I'll just let you guys decide whether it's stupid to say that or not. All right. We have an entire podcast breaking all of this down in case you want more about this topic. We did about 40 minutes yesterday. It is on the YouTube, the full thing, and it is uploaded to both Spotify and Apple. So if you want a longer segment on that, we have it. But that's just the latest from today.
Yes.
Headline number 2, Cody.
Dose.
The WNBA on Wednesday condemned bad faith actors amid discussions of transgender athletes and online hate after task force meeting. The WNBA spoke out about the bad faith actors who've been dominating the discussion surrounding transgender athletes and online hate after the meeting on Wednesday. Kathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner, team presidents, and general managers met Wednesday at previously scheduled meeting and addressed both topics among others. Today's meeting covered a wide range of topics, including ongoing discussions on transgender athletes and the continued hate and vitriol directed at players online. We will continue to engage in all league stakeholders in the coming weeks and months. We will approach these important conversations thoughtfully in alignment with the values of our league. There are no immediate eligibility matters affecting the WNBA, and we strongly denounce the bad faith efforts to use these topics to demean or marginalize others. Before I move on, I do want to say that's a pretty full-throated statement without naming two of the more attention-baiting human beings alive right now.
Yeah.
She point blank says, "Yeah, we're not playing your fucking game." So just FYI.
Good. I'm glad they're not.
So I feel like that's pretty stern, all things considered. Again, I don't ever respect sports commissioners. I think they're mealy-mouthed. And they kowtow to billionaires, and they're very, very difficult to get them to say anything meaningful on the record. But this specifically was a fairly strong denouncement of at least the conversation around everything. Mm-hmm. A source told Yahoo Sports' Cassandra Negley that the meeting largely focused on the hate and vitriol being directed at the players online.
Yeah.
Just to note, there are no transgender players in the WNBA or preparing to enter the WNBA. I liked that little phrase. And there are no legitimate eligibility matters facing the league. The CBA also states that only players who are women are eligible to play in the WNBA. So there's some stuff to get around there now that it's created a situation. The fear-mongering around trans athletes in sports is very specifically it's trying to diminish women in sports
very much so.
through trans women
through an absurd fear mongering that truly it's not just that it's nauseating, it's that it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. Then it's sort of taking these people who are already marginalized, scared, put out onto the fringes of society, made to feel not safe in so many places, in so many spaces. These people who are struggling to have their own equal rights, civil rights, it's putting them in even more danger. And now it is pinning them as oppositional to the group of people who they are trying so desperately to be embraced by, which is women, cisgender women, which that just breaks my heart. I think that's like the thing that really bums me out so much.
It's just needless. It's just this thing. It's really interesting how much the rhetoric is actually picked back up as of late. That's the thing. There are real fucking awful, disgusting, disturbing things happening in this country and this world right now. Yet somehow they have turned this back over to trans athletes. Name a professional trans athlete.
Yeah.
Name one. I know of one, I think, in the world. And
I know about the Julie Tatar, the basketball
That's
player.
the only one. And Monaco, right? Only one in the world that I'm aware of. In the Olympic level, trans athletes, and I'm saying the Olympic level, not in the Olympics, the Olympic level, trans athlete equate to 0.001%. Of all athletes. And then at the collegiate level, that there are 10 known transgender athletes ever at the collegiate level, that equates for the currently of 0.002%. We're talking about 11 people on Earth, none of which are affecting anything. This is so fucking mind-numbingly insane. I don't know what to do with myself.
Well, I'll tell you, I saw a great video. And I'm going to pull it up while I'm talking about this because I want to make sure I give her credit. She is a political figure, I believe, in Minnesota, but she did a full breakdown of exactly what's going on with the trans panic and why it's specifically being aimed at women's sports and what the goal is, and just how successfully the right has propagandized essentially like a bunch of otherwise well-meaning people to start saying things like, women are weaker and less talented and not capable of competing
and need to be protected
against men, and need, like, people who were once maybe considered themselves feminists, were once unwilling to use that kind of rhetoric, are now have been propagandized. And that's what, sometimes people think they can't be propagandized because they're not sharing Facebook memes that their grandfather sent them. But the reality is it's propaganda. And suddenly the right has you saying some stuff that's really backwards. What do you mean women aren't equal to men, right? So this woman posted a video where she talked about the Heritage Foundations. I've been talking about this since January when I made a video about it. They are coming after Title IX, and they are coming at after Title IX through the trans panic.
Yes, they are.
By being able to say, like, okay, well, obviously, if you guys will not ban, they knew, banning trans athletes is essentially impossible because they don't exist. So they will use that bad faith entrance into destroying Title IX and say, we have to get rid of Title IX because you guys are abusing it. This is not what we meant by equality. Let's dismantle it. Let's do exactly what we did with the Voting Rights Act and with Roe v. Wade. And we're at now. The problem is, there's a problem right there on its own.
on top of that, Title IX is not just about equality in sports. It's also equality for women and basically anti-discrimination across the board in education.
Yeah.
So now, by dismantling Title IX, you're not just dismantling the opportunity for equality in sports and sports investment, but also in access to education and equality in that space. And then when you do that, you open the door further into legislating across the board that we have decided clearly based on everything that women are not equal to men. This is the Heritage Foundation's stated goal.
Yes.
I am not interpreting it. I am not saying something that I feel like their stated goal is to make sure that women are focused on having children, staying in the home, and that they are not focused on education, sports, anything else. They have said the women's body should not be used for athletics, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. I would like to point people to Erin May Quaid. She is across social media, mom, senator, and senior advisor at Gender Justice. I believe she is in Minnesota, and this video is incredible, and it does break down exactly what their aim to do is and how well they have successfully turned this entire conversation into a bunch of women saying, well, we do have to be protected from the men. Hold on. Now, hold on. Right? Like, I would like to remind everybody, Cody, there are like intragender sport. We've been doing co-ed sports in both at the youth level and as adults for a long time.
Uh-huh.
We've like been mind fucked into talking about, like trans women playing. There are co-ed sports leagues, adults and children across the country with no issue.
Yep.
Sophie Cunningham fought really hard to play on the boys football team in high school. No issue. This whole thing has gotten everybody to dumb it down to the point where we are now on the precipice of them being able to fully swing open the door. In fact, kick it down to legislating anti-discrimination essentially completely out of education and then eventually out of our legal system.
Listen, man, it's just whenever it happens, I always just ask, well, what are they distracting from? And it's so funny. I can point at the 19 different possible things, probably hundreds of possible things, honestly. That
I don't think it's a distraction, though. I don't think that's the thing is, like, I don't think
But why
this
the
is
uptick right now? That's my question. Like, the uptick is really picked up in, like, the last 2 weeks.
Because once you get, so this happened with Riley Gaines and J.K. Rowling, right? Yeah. So whenever you see the door open to push the issue, that's going to get you in, right? They're always biding their time, slowly but surely planting the seed. They planted the seed enough. Now the seeds are sprouting. Sophie Cunningham has said the thing they needed her to say.
Oh, yeah.
This incredibly famous
She's
player
wearing
on
the shirt.
Right. So boom, they've kicked the door open. Now we've got these former NBA players. This is how it works. You plant the seeds long enough and just wait for them to open the door. So it's not yes, it's distracting from other things, of course. But it's also not just we'll just lean on this while we do war over here. It actually is part of their legitimate plan.
No, completely agree. But I just noticed in the last couple of weeks, maybe it's because it's an election cycle coming up. But it's not just that. It's also we've been seeing these things leading into the midterms, people trying to run and get in their primaries so they can go run in these upcoming midterms. It seems as though very clearly that every single Republican is going to run on the trans ticket. That is what they're going to run on. Culture war. They're going right back to fucking culture war.
Yeah, for the same reasons.
Yeah.
It's all for the same reasons. And like distraction is really just a fun little side note because this is really just furthering their goals. Along with what's going on that front, Stephanie White, the coach of the Fever, did you see this press conference that she gave? It was pretty. Yeah. It was pretty intense.
Yeah, I saw.
I called it feverish because I am great with the puns.
Nailed it.
In her defense, essentially, of all the conversation around Dejanay Carrington's hard foul, and just she was like booed.
Yeah, I saw. No, listen, I can't stress enough. Everyone involved with this at this point is a fucking idiot and a bad faith actor. Continue.
No, you're good. She said, "We are united. We are connected. We will not be divided. Every day, these women put their ass on the line. Every day, when they go low, we go high. Way to fucking take Michelle Obama." Love will win, grace will win, humility will win, and kindness will win. I stand by them. I will always stand by them. Everyone else can go to hell. White pounded her fist on a table multiple times during her remarks before leaving the room without taking questions from reporters. Now, this is the head coach of the Fever with both Sophie Cunningham and Caitlin Clark, as well as Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston, who are the two best players on the team, actually. Cunningham and White shared an embrace in the media room in between their news conferences. Clark, meanwhile, took issue with the fan reaction toward White before tip-off. It's tough, Clark said, like, that's my coach. I hated that our fans booed her before the game. That made me a little sick, to be honest. That's our head coach, and we're going to ride for her, and we're going to always have her back. Okay. Well, here's the thing. If you want to go down with the ship, Stephanie White, that's exactly what you're going to fucking do. And Aaliyah Boston's on her way to going down with the ship, too. She's getting on the mic. And she's incredibly frustrated and very defensive of Stephanie White. Kelsey Mitchell's been put in the position to what is she supposed to do? Not defend her head coach. I give Kelsey Mitchell a little bit more credit because Aaliyah Boston's out there on her podcast talking shit with Candace Parker all the time anyway. So like, you know, if she wants to, she's going to say what she's going to say anyway. But both these women are the actual part of the engine of the team, along with Caitlin Clark. Sophie Cunningham's a fucking sideshow. But this has come down to now Stephanie White being so genuinely, remember, same head coach who acted like Alyssa Thomas had done something incredibly horrifying.
Yeah.
Right? Same head coach. She very clearly has an agenda to protect Sophie and Caitlin from the kind of criticisms that she's getting, and that is getting her booed at her own home games. This has now become a situation where everything that comes in contact with Caitlin Clark becomes cancerous. And Caitlin Clark is it's wild because she doesn't even have to say. Sophie Cunningham just took the ball and ran with it, and now the entire thing is a fucking mess. And Stephanie White is about to controversy her way out of a goddamn job. Like, this is insane, and I don't know what to say. Like, I genuinely don't know what to say other than to be this aggrieved by this reaction rather than trying to understand it. This league is black women. These fans are black women. These fans are queer women. You're not going to win this. You might win at the culture war in the conservative space. Maybe they'll have you on the new podcasts, all the MAGA podcasts that ESPN is.
Don't worry, there's a lot of them. We'll get to it. Oh, we'll fucking get to it. Fuck.
They're flailing like dead fish over there in Indiana. They're flailing. Congrats on the fucking paychecks, but this league's not for you. Stephanie White's unraveling. And she's going to take Aaliyah Boston with her.
I thought the quotes were, what the fuck are you talking about? If you're going to, listen, I'm actually very okay with you actually sitting here and facing this head on. But you didn't. You gave a statement and you didn't really say anything. We will overcome. We will persevere. They go low, we go high. What the fuck are you even saying?
So she's going to use Michelle Obama language.
The fuck are you even saying?
To talk about how Dejanay Carrington fucked her over?
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I got nothing for you. If you want to deal with this head on, you deal with it head on. And that is simply sit there, give your statement, and answer fucking questions, because the questions are not going to be fun. Sorry, that's the job you got.
Why is it that Sophie Cunningham, according to Stephanie White and all these people, is the only one that's allowed to get out there and talk their shit publicly? Dejanay said what she said. Guess what happened? A bunch of the league ended up on Dejanay Carrington's side, and you got booed. Hey, free speech, baby. Fucking take it. If you want the heat to stop coming back on you, maybe the players that you defend who love you so much, who keep hugging you and everything else, should stop putting you in the position of having to defend the indefensible, Steph. Otherwise, I don't fucking feel bad for you. Yeah. I feel bad for Kelsey Mitchell at this point. That's about it. On that team, everybody else, and people who aren't running their mouths. But man, they're digging themselves deeper and deeper. And I don't care. I want to watch basketball. I enjoyed watching Dejanay Carrington kiss Natisha Heidemann on the head the other day. That was fun. I enjoy watching the videos of these players actually genuinely enjoying themselves in the league. And you guys are a fucking blight at this point.
Yep. By the way, we'd love to talk about how good at basketball you guys are, but you're not letting us. That's the actual thing that I really want to focus.
Which we did discuss.
We discussed this.
And people really, by the way, agreed with us in large part about Bill Simmons just sort of ignoring the elephant in the room of what do you mean? Are you talking about Olivia Miles?
No, he's not. And I want to make this abundantly clear. we don't entirely disagree with Bill's assessment. We do think if you want to talk about it, then talk about it.
Be like, how come? And meanwhile, you own the most successful sports podcast network in the country.
We would like to talk about the good basketball, and we occasionally get the opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, there's a lot of bad faith actors around this industry, and also a lot of bad faith actors that we're learning that are actually in the fucking league right now. So,
do you recall ever getting a little beso on the head from a league mate or a teammate?
A little what?
A kiss. You know, like did you ever get a loving kiss from a teammate?
Loving kiss from a teammate.
Yeah. I feel like it would really improve baseball if y'all were kissing more.
I mean, I have no doubt some of them are. I want to make that abundantly
Well, I mean,
clear.
on camera.
Oh, okay. Sorry, that's a different thing.
No. I know the boys are kissing.
Let's be real clear. Been in a lot of clubhouses.
I've seen a lot.
I haven't seen it, but there's been some kissing going on.
You've seen some stuff in clubhouses though that is more than just. There's some stuff that's like, guys, I think you just need to take it into the showers. Like, it's okay.
Oh yes. I'll give you those stories. I'm more than happy.
Because I was thinking about it. I'm like, man, if we could just if after the game, Travis Kelce went up to Patrick Mahomes and just kissed him on the forehead, that would do more for me than any single shot he's had with Taylor Swift in a long time. You're not wrong.
I don't think I've ever gotten a kiss from a teammate. And now I'm upset that I didn't.
I'll do it.
Thank you. Good teammate.
I'm your only teammate now.
Good teammate.
All right. We're going over NFL. We're going over to this is the kind of.
We're doing it, baby.
Dual story of the day. This, along with something we're going to hit on in Media Corner, is kind of the biggest goofy story of the day. Although it's not that goofy. You showed me this last night, and then you were like, okay, we'll probably end up talking about this, and we are, because everybody else is also talking about it. Everyone is freaking out about the fact that Eagles shared a Jalen Hurts practice interception. The post from the official Eagles account showed a nice play on the ball by Quinyon Mitchell, but what everybody else saw was the continued undermining of the franchise quarterback, whose seat is growing hotter and hotter. Exactly what you saw. It was so the video was shot to show Jalen Hurts in such a light that you had to point out to me what was happening, because I was like, okay, I didn't notice the jersey being white. I was like, okay, what are you showing me? That's how confusing this video was because of the way it was shot. So we're gonna show you the video. Mocha, click that, and we'll show you what we're talking about.
Yeah, put it in slow motion.
Your loving set me on fire.
Fascinating. What a catch. What an interception. I wish they put it to R. Kelly's I Believe They Can Fly.
So they kind of did.
Yeah.
So they put emotional music over it, and then it was in the slow-mo, and this is the thing. There were a few people trying to sort of say, I don't know why everybody's freaking out so much about this. And I was like, because number one, I have very rarely ever seen a social media team or a team tweet out their franchise quarterback's interception. But if they are going to, you don't foreground the star quarterback and make them the center of the video. You take a different angle, and essentially you never show Jalen Hurts. And if you want to highlight Quinyon Mitchell making a great, pick, then you do that. I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve to get a camp highlight, but this is a quarterback along with Lamar Jackson, who is, and maybe Shador Sanders, who has had more shit talked about them in the last 2 years than anybody in the league. They know that is a very odd choice. And the people being like, I don't know, what? No, you can highlight Quinyon Mitchell without doing that. If you don't have the video that doesn't fucking center Jalen Hurts throwing a pick, you don't post that video. Absolutely do not gaslight me into thinking. Then it said right on cue.
Yes, it did.
Right on cue.
Yes, it did.
Hey, that's a cornerback. He wasn't supposed to throw it there, guys. Come on, what the fuck are we doing?
Guys, I don't know what to tell you other than the fact that anyone's like, what are you guys freaking out? We're not freaking out. We're just... How fucking stupid do you think everyone is? All your anonymous sources this offseason and the hit pieces on Jalen fucking Hurts in the last year of his guaranteed money in his contract.
Who
this
is
is
in charge?
so fucking blatant. It's fucking insulting. Eagle fans should be fucking just insulted. It's just embarrassing.
Even if it's not a let's say whoever posted the video, there was not this I've been told to make Jalen look stupid. I don't necessarily think that. I think it's actually way worse than that, which is that there is such an institutional lack of genuine regard and respect for the franchise quarterback that this stuff doesn't even occur to the idiots running the social media account. Now, I want you to think about the level of respect and regard that's held for Josh Allen.
Oh, baby.
He's
perfect.
You know, I think about like the idea of anyone ever posting that about Tom Brady, and I knew every single one of those social media people, they wouldn't have dared. And by the way, Belichick would have loved it. He would have been like, hell yeah, brother, like make him look stupid on the internet. It'll fire him up. They never would have done it. They would never have done this to Aaron Rodgers or any of these dudes. You don't see this stuff from about like, you know, any of these other quarterbacks. I can't even imagine them doing that to Dak. Like a Cowboy, like never. They would never do that. It's fucking weird. So I was here when all this started. I was here when social media started for these teams. Like I literally am that old. Cody's that old. We remember before Twitter, before teams had social media. This shit does not happen. That man is a highly paid franchise quarterback with a Super Bowl MVP. And they're like, would you like, by the way, can we just say this, Cody?
Yes.
Not even that great of a pick.
No, not really all that crazy.
It was like kind of shallow and funky, and like it seemed like the wide receivers were a little off. Like I
thought it was fine. I thought it was fine. It just
if it wasn't like if this had been like a holy shit play, like part of me would be like, man, Jalen, they got you on that one because Quinion made an absolutely gorgeous play. This was sort of an ugly down low pick. I didn't love it.
There was nothing about it, but I did notice that Jalen Hurts was the centerpiece of the entire shot.
Like he had everything around
center
him
frame
was blurred.
Just perfect. Like
they had him in fucking portrait mode.
Yeah. They made sure Jalen was heavily, you could see the fucking whites in his eyes. Like it was clear as day.
And you're like, dude,
who this man is.
It was such a fucking like joke too, because you're like, oh, this is gonna be cool. A nice little pass, little touch, you know, a little completion in camp. And then Quinion Mitchell comes in, and you're like, no. They're not doing this for a Jalen Hurts pick, right? They're not. Oh no, they are.
Oh, they definitely are.
Oh, they are. It was fucking weird. It was so fucking weird.
The disrespect towards that guy is unbelievable. But we do have a couple of quarterback headlines also to throw on top of it. Nothing crazy,
we do.
But
yep.
I mean, congratulations to you and me. We tried to tell everybody. They said we were crazy.
They said we were crazy, but we always knew. Not only were we right about Kyler Murray absolutely becoming the starting quarterback in Minnesota, but it was announced before they prematurely were like, you know what, never mind on JJ McCarthy. We're not going to continue this charade. It's definitely Kyler Murray. Thank you all for coming. And we told everybody that.
Yep.
We, by the way,
this wasn't a question.
A couple weeks ago we said it, but we also said it months ago too.
We weren't quiet about this from the moment they got Kyler Murray.
We were like, oh, that's over.
Yeah. CJ,
yeah.
Good run.
Yeah. So there's that. We knew that was coming. I think it's really, really smart and a great sign for the Vikings and for Kevin O'Connell, who I, again, really respect, that he was able to just say, you know what? I'm not going to play this game. I know who my quarterback is, and I want him to get as many of the first team reps throughout the rest of training camp, preseason as possible. That's very smart to do. Don't play the game, and that's a kudos to the ownership as well, and to the people in the front office who are not going to make him do the charade of like protect the look of JJ McCarthy.
It's all completely correct.
They already look like idiots for letting Sam Darnold go to start JJ. They're not going to make this. And you know what? Know when you've made a mistake and you have to just call it, and they're doing that. Yeah. So props to KOC, to Ziggy, like everybody there.
Just get right to it. Let's get to work.
One team that's not doing that at all, and this is gonna shock you. And I'm not even going to make you guess because it's so hard. So I'm just going to tell you, Cody, it's the Cleveland Browns.
The Cleveland Browns have a quarterback issue? No way.
Yeah. Can you believe it? So head coach Todd Monken announced Deshaun Watson will start their preseason opener against the Bears, and then Shedeur Sanders is slated to start the week 2 as the position battle rolls on. This is a true position battle. They are truly selling it. They're committed to the bit. Unlike the Vikings, they are fucking morons who can't figure this shit out. And when I tell people the difference between legitimately functional organizations, this is a very clear highlighting thing. Because what I will say, Todd Monken, if he had his pick, would probably have neither of these people as his quarterback, to be quite honest. Mm. But they did want Shedeur Sanders to back up Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. So I know for a fact that he would have been fine coaching Shedeur Sanders before he was even in Cleveland. Shedeur declined when they said, like, hey, would you want to come, whatever. He said, I still want to see if I can go somewhere to start. So they skipped him in the draft. understandable. Like at the time, he had every reason to believe he could land with a team where he had a chance to start, and he knew the Lamar Jackson of it all was kind of a deal sealer on his ability to be a franchise quarterback there. Kudos to him. He knew what was up, whatever. Ends up going in the 5th round. But Todd Monken was absolutely already on board with coaching somebody like Shedeur and saw him as a viable option to back up Lamar. Whereas Deshaun Watson has been literally, like, take everything about the fact that he's a horrible predator off the table. Mm-hmm. He's been awful at football.
Can't wait to see it.
For years.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
For years. As I don't care if you think everything about what Shedeur Sanders did on that awful, horrific offense with a lame duck coach last year, if you take everything away from him, if you just start clean slate as if he's fucking nobody, he's better than Deshaun Watson. And by the way, he's not nobody. There's a ton there that's worth caring about and developing. But like, Cody, when was the last time? What was it? Like, when was the last time Deshaun Watson did anything?
Well, that was 2 Achilles surgeries ago and dozens of accusations ago. I don't know. I don't even remember the last time he was good. There was a time where he was good over there in Houston. But man, that was like a fucking decade ago.
So we know.
This is like a clown show. Haslam's.
They will not let it go. They will not fucking cut your losses. You paid him the $230 million. It was really fucking dumb. Pay him his money and get him out of our fucking lives. Like, stop doing this.
I would love that to happen. It's just never gonna fucking happen. These guys are fucking going to
Deshaun's gonna be the fucking 2nd and 3rd string quarterback on that team until we die at this point.
He was a Pro Bowler last year, by the way. I didn't agree with it, but he was a Pro Bowler.
Shedeur. Yeah. Oh, well, because everybody else, like, it's because they
I know the reasons, but it's still funny to me.
It's very funny.
It's just fucking funny.
How are you not starting Deshaun Watson over Pro Bowler Shedeur Sanders?
Fucking Pro Bowler, dude. What the fuck?
He's got more Pro Bowls than Deshaun Watson.
In the last couple of years, for sure.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying.
So yeah, I thought that was an interesting juxtaposition of like 2 quarterback battles. One where they were like, you know what, we gave you enough of the joke. Of course, we're not starting JJ McCarthy. And then one where they're like, no, totally, Deshaun Watson could totally work for us still. Fuck off.
Well, Tanya, let's get over to Media Corner because we're staying with the quarterback subject. And I'm glad we're starting here because a little palate cleanser to get to our fucking rage. So, Jaden Daniels having a very normal day, huh?
Jaden Daniels being a real weirdo.
Dude, what the fuck is this?
All right, let's tell everybody what it is.
What the fuck is wrong with Jaden Daniels?
So Jaden Daniels, the current Washington Commanders quarterback, a absolutely stud rookie season, had a little bit of a down year last year, but a really promising quarterback in the same class with Drake. He's the same class as Drake and Caleb Williams. So in a statement to ESPN attributed to Daniels, family spokesperson, the quarterback's family said it was deeply disappointed and feels profoundly disrespected by LSU's decision to give Jaden's number to another player. The statement said the family thought his number would be honored and protected in recognition of his extraordinary contributions to the university. And so they sent a cease and desist letter to LSU over NIL rights. The number was given, his number 5 was given to cornerback DJ Pickett this offseason. Mm-hmm. So not a quarterback and a cornerback. First-year LSU head coach Lane Kiffin told reporters this month that Pickett was promised number 5 during the recruiting process when Brian Kelly was the Tigers coach. So he... I love Lane throwing Brian Kelly right under the bus.
I love that. It's actually hilarious.
These
I don't
guys,
like Lane Kiffin, but that's funny.
I don't like either of them, but 2 dumb bitches, right?
Yeah. I hope they eat each other.
Pickett was a 5-star prospect and one of the nation's top defensive backs. And Pickett's father, Damian, confirmed the story Thursday morning. Joe Burrow, who won the Heisman Trophy for LSU after the 2019 season, has also not had his jersey retired by the school, although no player has worn it since. Burrow and the Tigers finished undefeated and won a national championship. Added Thursday, if Daniels deserves to have his number 5 retired, Kelly responded, absolutely, and Joe too, as well as players like Glenn Dorsey and a few others. LSU bylaws are preventing deserving players. So... 2 things you need to know about Jaden Daniels.
Yes.
It's not the first time he's had some controversy around his college associations, and this is not the first time that they've done something a little bit like kind of a little wonky. He has an
very outspoken and sometimes problematically so mom who's very proactive in his public life.
Very
now,
much so.
I'm not here to shit on anybody's mom, and I'll never do it. Like,
I
she's
won't
not
either.
committing a crime. She's being a boy mom, and sometimes they can be insufferable. But
More like a middle school mom who's insufferable. But
well,
continue.
I mean,
More like a dance mom.
have you met a stage
who's
mom?
Being
Yeah,
insufferable.
yeah, a
Stage mom,
Yeah,
same
yeah.
shit.
So we're getting a little bit of that mixed in. And I will say this before I get into how social media is reacting. I don't think that in any way, shape, or form, like, focus on getting your big contract in the NFL. Focus on your NFL season. I will say your number going to a cornerback before Joe Burrow's number goes to anybody. Okay, I'm raising an eyebrow. Fucking send it to the group chat, bro. Bitch and moan about it. This does not need to be a public thing, and it doesn't need to be an NIL thing. His exit from Arizona State was also like really weird.
Yes, it was.
His teammates like packing his shit up out of the locker room and stuff. He clearly has a little bit of a problem, always getting along in these spaces. I think that some of the critiques are something I want to hear your opinion on.
Well, I don't have an issue with this number being given out at all.
No.
One, your number's not retired. Honestly, just quit acting like a little bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is fucking bitch behavior. Period. Stop. Everyone would think this. This is embarrassing. That being said, like, I don't, the Burrow over Jaden Daniels thing, I think is like, I think it's an angle that people are trying to really kind of focus on, and I'm not really on that one on this one. I mean, Burrow did win a Heisman and win a national championship, so numbers-wise, I guess it technically would put him over Jaden Daniels a little, but, like, honestly, who gives a shit? You're in the NFL. Close your fucking yearbook. Like, they hurt your feelings because they gave your number? That is real bitch behavior. I officially am taking the under on the Commanders, by the way.
It's not a great sign, although I will say, of all the quarterbacks that can pull this off, Jaden Daniels, he's kind of like this guy. Like, he'll be like doing all this shit and then he'll lock in with his like fucking, play generating goggles. And no, it's weird. I'm telling you, it's weird. But what I will say is, a few people from the media, I'm going to read you a couple of their responses because there's something that's happening in some of the discourse that I don't like. And I think you and I are going to agree because you just alluded to it.
Let's hear it.
So we got Danny Kanell and Jordan Moore saying essentially like, he's getting horrible advice. It's bad optics, egotistical kind of brat move. Between this, how weird he is, was he on quarterback and how he comes across. Now we're starting to get into his personality. I'm a little funky with that, but like, if you think he's a weird guy, it's okay. But let's be a little careful. Okay, fine. Early returns have the most public perception against Jaden Daniels, being that Louisiana is turning against him. I hope JD and his team feel this whole thing is truly worth it because losing the favor of Louisiana is a major fumble. Okay, I'll sure, if that's what's happening in Louisiana, I'll take your word for it. Don't care what RG3 said. Here's where things get a little funky.
Let's hear it.
Will Compton,
Okay.
who we will be talking about in the next segment, said, how many big games did he win at LSU?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
Bud Elliott said, Joe Burrow led a team to a ring and was one of the most historic seasons ever.
Yes, it was.
Daniels is such a whiner. Get over yourself. So here's what I'm going to fucking say. This shit where we can't critique the thing and decide we're going to retroactively rewrite his college career to mock him.
Yep.
It sort of ends up circling back around to making me understand his point. You guys, I was perfectly willing to say, Jaden, shut the fuck up. You're being weird.
Yeah, this is
an
weird
ego move.
behavior.
You're distracting yourself. I'm perfectly willing to say that because this is not the first time I've seen Jaden kind of act like a little bit of a brat.
Couldn't agree more.
And by brat, I just mean like, just shut up. Like, I don't think he's like uniquely entitled. I'm just saying. But like we're not going to clown a Heisman winner for not winning a natty in the whole discourse. So leave this out of it because, by the way, was it Jaden Daniels who had Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase as his fucking wide receivers and Patrick Queen on his defense? Or was that Joe Burrow? If Joe Burrow didn't win a national championship with that fucking team, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, everybody, then okay, so now we're going to go Heisman for Heisman to prove his point that Joe Burrow's not being treated better. By the way, just so we're really clear about where everything lied, yeah,
Joe Burrow, again, had better passing numbers because he had two of the best wide receivers that in the fucking country, in the history of college, and now in the NFL. These are arguably Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase right now are the two best receivers in the NFL, and they were his two starting wide receivers on his national team. That is not, listen, Jaden Daniels had Malik Neighbors and like, who was it? Brian Taylor, James, whoever it was, some other dude who's like fine. Both drafted in the first round, not those two. What I want to know is like, if we're gonna go back and start clowning him for not having a Joe Burrow type season, even though he does have the FBS football record for passer efficiency. Mm-hmm. In the history of FBS, he has the passer efficiency record. He had way more rushing yards. He was a mobile dual threat quarterback in a way that Joe Burrow wasn't. Is it not proving his point that that's what we do as soon as we think someone's being an idiot? We just rewrite their entire football career?
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious. I'm going through specifically Will Compton's career. How many fucking big games did you win? Like, the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, why did ESPN hire you just now?
Like, I'm a little fucking confused here. Like, you're telling me the answer to this is who the fuck are you, Jaden Daniels?
A Heisman winner.
Heisman Trophy winner, nearly went to the fucking Super Bowl
with a bunch of college records that you couldn't fucking sniff.
And he did it in his first year with the team you played for with like 5 years and you didn't do shit with.
Yeah.
But like, listen, I'm not here trying to shit on your career. You were an NFL player.
I will.
You played 9 seasons.
I didn't play football at all, so I can shit on all your careers equally, and I can tell you right now who meant something to football and who fucking did it. And no one even remembers you played football.
I had to look up your fucking stats. Which, by the way, good on you. You played 9 seasons in the NFL. That's good shit. But I'll tell you this right now. You saying who the fuck are you to Jaden Daniels? Motherfucker, get a mirror. Who the fuck do you think you are saying that shit? Now, I agree that Jaden Daniels, this is a fucking bitch-ass movie. What are you doing, buddy? Like,
sure,
fucking knock it off.
But why is it that we can't just say that without being like, and also Joe Burrow was better than you? Hold on. Mm-hmm. If you're going to do that, I would be really quick to look at who else is agreeing with you in talking that way.
Yeah.
This is something I always tell people to do. Hey, you want to start mocking Jaden Daniels' college career and doing this thing where you sort of disingenuously compare it to Joe Burrow? You want to do that? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's just inarticulately compare him to Joe Burrow, and then look at who's also posting similar stuff to you. You're now posting the same stuff as Will Compton, MAGA dudes from the NFL. Mm-hmm. Your take is the MAGA white dude guy take in the NFL. So I would just always consider who it is that's speaking the way that you're speaking before you do it. Because all we had to do is be like, hey, Jaden, stop being a fucking drama queen. Shut up. This is a bad look. Go pay attention to your goddamn fucking NFL team. Please shut up. We did not have to go to, oh, and by the way, your Heisman year wasn't even that good. Shut the fuck up. You absolute fucking dorks.
Fucking embarrassing.
You guys are such fucking dorks, dude.
Yep.
So anyway, that's that. Jaden Daniels is weird, but also he was really good at football in college and definitely just as good as Joe Burrow. Everybody fucking relax.
Yes. But also.
But he's weird.
Jaden Daniels, knock it off.
Yeah, stop. Please stop. Just go play football.
Fucking embarrassing, dude.
And like, you're about to make a big contract if you have a good year. Please just go play football.
Fucking,
my God.
Like, I hate to be that guy, but yeah, dude, just fucking.
Well, I said this on the radio the other day. I'm like, these guys only have so much of a window to make their big contract. Like, don't fuck it up. Just get it done.
Close the goddamn yearbook. No one fucking cares.
Yeah. Let's stay on the, this is a weird amount of attention that Will Compton is getting lately, but ESPN officially announced Bussin' and Pete on campus after not renewing Damian Woody's contract. So Damian Woody is out from ESPN, another NFL talent, another black NFL talent out of the network, as they announce that Bussin' and Pete on campus will air Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern throughout the college football season, with the debut set for September 4th in Baton Rouge ahead of Clemson LSU, followed by a September 11th stop in Ann Arbor. Friday afternoon program built around Josh Pate and Bussin' with the Boys co-hosts Will Compton and Taylor Lewan. Broadcasting from campus sites that would sometimes but not always double as the week's college game day location. Something to note is that Will Compton and Taylor Lewan, and I believe Josh Pate as well, but the Bussin' with the Boys co-hosts are MAGA and hosted Donald Trump on their podcast in advance of the 2024 election. They are Taylor Lewan has a genuinely bad reputation, has had assault charges, has had sexual assault allegations, and he also has developed a reputation that was very well discussed both in the media and behind the scenes for being really aggressive and dirty player in the NFL. That's Taylor Lewan. Will Compton, again, don't know much about him because he's literally irrelevant outside of the fact that he is this guy's podcast host, and in response to people criticizing him about Trump, farted on camera. So welcome to ESPN. You called it a very specific show, thinking about these two being on college campuses.
Oh, yeah. Well, right away, ladies, cover your drinks.
Cover your drinks.
They should just call this the fucking date rape hour. The names Bussin' with the Boys and Pate on campus. Boy, I love a bunch of 40-fucking-year-olds on campus. Fucking gross. Fucking gross. Everything about this gross. ESPN, you're fucking gross. You're fucking pathetic. I'm so thrilled I don't work for you.
You said how many Pat McAfees do they need?
Yeah, how many fucking Pat McAfees does ESPN need? Because now they got, what, like 8?
Yeah, like I thought, like the whole thing is that, like, well, Pat
saw McAfee over at the fucking Hunger Games this week. Fucking good job right there. Then he went on TV and fucking defended it. Dude, you guys have all lost the fucking plot. Your fucking brains have turned to fucking mush.
The idea.
It's fucking embarrassing, man.
The idea. It honestly makes
And I've always got along with Pat, but Jesus Christ.
It makes me feel.
It's fucking embarrassing.
Well, Pat's like, it's like you can have one Pat. First of all, you don't have to pay him $200 million a year. Relax. But you also don't need more of them and less talented ones at that. At least Pat McAfee has a fucking NFL highlight reel. And then on top of it, these dudes are not good. Like, you're hiring former NFL MAGA frat bros to appeal to MAGA
frat boys, yeah.
MAGA frat bros who are 20 years younger than them, who what? Like, think that they're cool. I'm so confused as to what value this brings to the fucking table.
I have no idea.
Like, so you're gonna have this as complimentary programming. You've already put Pat McAfee to annoy the fuck out of Nick Saban and everybody else on the goddamn desk. They're starting to figure that out fine, and you're gonna add this into the mix. And by the way, you're removing everybody with an NFL pedigree who was actually good at football.
Credibility.
Who's
Literally
actually
anybody.
good at, like, they're all the people who, like, you're like, I remember their career, they were really good. They're fucking out. Like, they fired Bart Scott today too. Like, whether you thought they were good or not, at least they had like NFL. They have literally they're losing all of them.
They're all gone, even on the baseball side. Carl Ravitch is weirdly still going to call a couple games before he walks out the door. I saw Katie Nolan saying something about it, about how she had a weird exit. I think she might have said it was from Fox. I'm not sure she was talking about it.
She was
from
there
Fox.
at ESPN, yeah.
Yeah, so that weird exit from Fox, and I just started laughing. I'm like, you're saying this on Sirius XM. Just you wait, Katie. Just you wait how fucking weird an exit can be. Because you have no fucking idea how weird an exit can be.
Although her show is doing really well. So
is it? Well, good for her.
So she might be safe. But weird exits are sort of status quo at this point. Like, they just are. Everybody's being fucking kicked out on their ass. But I will say, the insanity of getting rid of ahead of football season all your actually good football players is like, they really actually genuinely think that, like, this is where sports media is going. And meanwhile, our shit, actually talking about sports, actually talking about genuine stories, people are lapping it up. All they want is to watch, like, real conversations from people who know what's going on, who have actual analysis. Believe it or not, we're about to get into a segment here where that has finally and fully convinced me, and I'm not kidding, that I am a better NFL analyst than a lot of actual NFL players. I just am, and that is okay. The boys are gonna have to fucking deal with it. My eyeballs work, and I don't have an ego the size of the fucking state of Texas that's gonna impinge my ability to be honest. Mm-hmm. Dan Orlovsky's a sociopath, and if anybody watches Game of Thrones or House of the Dragon, I need you to understand that my impression of Dan Orlovsky at this point is Ormond Hightower-esque. I think he is like an actual narcissist sociopath whose eventual ousting from this industry will be perhaps one of my great pleasures.
Protect our women.
Protect our women.
That's Dan Orlovsky. We must protect our women.
In our final.
Remember that. I will never fucking forget, Dan.
No, you
And
won't.
I'm going to remind you.
He's not kidding.
Fucking time. And if I ever see you, I'm going to remind you of that tweet where you are inadvertently tried to get a female boxer killed. Continue.
Dan Orlovsky, I can't believe they let him do this. Ranked NFL QBs by trait. Now,
What?
I already don't love that. The wording. They ranked them by trait. So we're talking.
I saw 1 and 2. What's the trait? Fucking blonde locks and blue eyes? Fuck. Continue.
They let him put his 1 through 10 in NFL quarterbacks at, I don't know, a bunch of pre-designed scouting traits.
Oh, traits. Okay. Traits. Continue.
We kicked it off strong at arm strength. Number 1 is Josh Allen. I know it's going to shock you. Number 2 is Justin Herbert.
Dude, Justin Herbert is so great. He requires no criticism for anything ever.
Yeah.
He is perfect. I loved how he fed grapes to his fucking girlfriend, fiance the other day.
Yes. And then number 3 is Caleb Williams. So right there, you've lost me. And believe me, I did not open this article thinking Dan might have a point. At no point did I hope that Dan had I wouldn't have even been dumb enough to hope that. But Caleb Williams has the best arm in the NFL. It's not a question. There's no fucking question about it. This is not a fucking debate. All these guys have great arms. I'm not 100% sure I know what's all going. I mean, Matthew Stafford is 100 years old. Like, he's got to be lower on that list, but whatever. Ball placement, you're going to be shocked to know that the first 5 quarterbacks on this list are white because they can really place the ball.
Well, these
one,
guys just really see the field better, you know?
Yeah, Matthew Stafford's great at placing the ball. Wow, is it because he literally always has the best wide receivers in the league?
Boy, I'm noticing that the first 5 are way more quarterbacky.
Very quarterbacky guys.
Very quarterbacky guys, those first 5.
I will say Sam Darnold finally getting on a goddamn list. Happy for him. That's the only thing that's the
only way to get him on a list.
Yeah, is ball placement.
Ball placement and quarterbacky. Let's look at Dan Orlovsky's all top quarterbacky list.
Okay, you want to know who's the best at mechanics?
Yeah, who's quarterbacky on this one?
Matthew Stafford.
That's good. I agree. He's
You're
great.
going to be shocked to know that Joe Burrow is number 2, but number 3 is a real winner.
Daniel Jones,
baby. The mechanics on Daniel Jones.
What the fuck is this?
And then Jared Goff. Listen, it takes us all the way until 10 to get to Lamar Jackson. Now, I'll give him this. He did not give too much love to Josh Allen on this. He's only number 9.
Put him at number 9. Wow.
I will also have you know that Patrick Mahomes is nowhere on the mechanics list. Patrick Mahomes has missed out on mechanics. He's gotten none of it. Okay, here we go. Here's the fun one. Decision-making with the football. Mr. 4 turnovers in the divisional round himself, Josh Allen, number 1, baby.
We did it, baby. Number 1.
By the way, Matthew Stafford also made some pretty major mistakes. That's neither here nor there. Drake May has somehow caught his way into the top 5 of this at number 4, which is fucking shocking. Yeah, pocket presence.
This is the fucking funniest list I've ever fucking seen.
I can't believe, it has to be a joke, right?
Like, these gotta be trolling, right? This can't be, none of this can be real.
I wish Mocha knew about football so I could have made him guess.
I'm telling you, man. This is batshit. This is rage baiting type of batshit.
Oh, it's like...
This is congressmen saying, like, Muslims shouldn't be here type of batshit.
There was a woman on Threads today that was mad that Tillamook cheddar cheese is halal. So that's kind of what this level of rage baiting feels like. The number 1 pocket presence quarterback in the NFL, bear in mind you watched all the playoffs and the Super Bowl last year, is Drake May. It is Drake May, and then it's Joe Burrow, and then it's Sam Darnold, and then it's Justin Herbert, and then Dak Prescott finally makes it into that top 5 there. I would like you to note that Brock Purdy's on here, so I'm glad we got him in there.
He's still an NFL QB. That's good to know.
So they gave Caleb Williams on here too. It's like, man, you're gonna give Caleb Williams pocket presence number 7 behind Drake May, but you're not gonna give him the arm. Okay.
I just would like to. I would just like to. Is it possible that he got drunk and picked this all out of a hat?
No, because he's a fucking dweeb who doesn't drink. Fuck. I know.
Fuck. I almost had an excuse for you, man. Is he into mushrooms or something? He does nothing?
He won't even get a pedicure. Didn't you see his weird little... Did you see his rant about the pedicures and how men can't go get pedicures because that's lame and like he was all being like... He was all toxic masculinity about men getting pedicures.
You don't like having your feet feel better? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
And he has gross feet and everybody ripped him for it. And he's like he's literally the guy at the party where you're like, oh, did anyone talk to Dan? Why isn't he here?
Why do you fucking listen to these people?
Yeah.
Don't you want to listen to somebody that you like? Like Mocha, we've never hung out, but like we could fucking go hang out. Yeah. Oh, I didn't like that response. We can't hang out.
Oh no, we can. He
gave me a real. He gave me a real. But that was a real like.
No.
Yeah.
He's like, I could put up with you for like
Never
a dinner.
mind. I won't text you later. Jesus, sorry, buddy.
Damn. Okay, well, me and Cody are going to the hot tub alone then.
That's right. We'll miss you.
All right. So before this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one ever. Okay. After all this, second reaction ability. So I guess he's saying like how quickly you can react in the game. He's making shit up at this point, but. Josh Allen's is number 1, of course. Basically, if he's voted you for MVP, he's going to make sure you're at the top. Then he gives Caleb Williams some love, Patrick Mahomes, Drake May, Sam Darnold, Bo Nix, and Brock Purdy rank above Lamar Jackson in second reaction ability, which is one of the funniest things I've ever seen in my life.
Well, you got to give him credit. He made sure he gave Lamar number 1 in one category.
Rushing ability. Guys, Lamar's finally number 1 in his heart because he can run the ball. But don't worry, number 2 is Josh Allen. Drake May, Caleb Williams. No. This isn't even the bad one. Hold on. This isn't even the bad one. Look at number 5 and 6 on rushing ability.
Fuck me.
Justin Herbert over Jalen Hurts. Would you like to hear the difference in their rushing stats just real quick?
I know it, but I would love to hear it.
Great. So they both came into the league in 2020, so this is a perfect comp.
It really is perfect.
Rushing attempts, 376 for Justin Herbert, 779 for Josh Allen. For Jalen Hurts, okay? Justin Herbert has rushed for 1,715 total career rushing yards. Okay. Jalen Hurts has 3,554.
That's like triple.
Justin Herbert has 15 rushing touchdowns. Jalen Hurts has 63. So his rushing ability is quite literally 3 times better than Justin Herbert's, and they have been playing for the exact same amount of time. And somehow Justin Herbert came in and ranked ahead of old Pix McGee. Jalen Hurts on the... I don't know what's happening anymore, and I also don't know how Jaden Daniels ended up behind Baker Mayfield and Bo Nix, but I'm good with ever... This is the last time I'm ever even laying eyes... If it says Dan Orlovsky on a byline... Now, sometimes I'm going to see his shit on the internet. The video starts playing. There's nothing I can do. But if I get a fucking notification and it says... this thing, and because I'll go to a rage bait quarterback ranking, but if it says Dan Orlovsky, this is the biggest joke I've ever seen in my entire life, and it is not close. This makes the GM's market manipulating quarterback tier rankings look fucking genius.
It does.
This guy has no fucking idea what he's talking about. And I used to think that it was rage baiting. I used to think that it was like, oh my God, like this guy just knows what's going to get clicks. No, that's a white supremacist. That's actually just a white supremacist. And that's how they rank quarterbacks. So that's end of story, Cody.
There are talented people at ESPN.
It just got really dark by me.
No, it's just it's the mood lighting.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like I just got really dark.
It is interesting. And then the lighting did not change.
No, it didn't. I looked around and I was like, oh my God.
It just seems as though the devil has come out of you.
I think it did.
It might have. Here's the deal. There are talented people at ESPN. I just don't.
They're all the people who tell Dan Orlovsky he's an idiot on every panel.
Just unfortunately,
This is why
they're not on TV anymore.
This is why I love Mina Kimes, because I think I've seen
Mina's
her
great.
agree with Dan Orlovsky maybe like once or twice, like
Mina's
a
great.
broken clock
Yeah, I've always liked her
situation. If the more you disagree with Dan Orlovsky's football, like I hate to be one of those people who is beefing with someone who's objectively more like successful in terms of like money and visibility than me, but like I don't have that level of insecurity. Like people will always be like, well, he's on ESPN and who are you? I'm somebody who literally understands football, and unfortunately that man who ran out of the back of the end zone is not it. Listen, I would have get my ass kicked. I would have never been able to be an NFL quarterback, but what I wouldn't have done is run out of the back of my own end zone. What I wouldn't have done is gone 0-16. That's not
like, I want to make this abundantly clear. Like, yeah, I think that's funny when people are like, well, he works on ESPN. Cool. So have I. You worked at FS1 forever.
I literally was there for 7 years.
You ran basically a fucking network for 7 years. I've worked at FS1. I've worked at MLB Network. I worked at all these fucking places. And you know what I learned in all these places? No one fucking has a clue.
Yeah, because they'll say
doing.
that, but then they'll be like, "Oh, why do you listen to Skip Bayless and SAS?" Oh, they worked at ESPN. They worked at fuck off. Who cares?
Do you know the idiots that all these people employ? We just finished talking about bussin' with Pate. Like, let's be real fucking clear. Like, this is all a clown show. There are smart people there.
He said that Bo Nix is a better rusher than Jaden Daniels.
I got nothing for you guys.
My light's back.
I feel like God, there are. Remember when ESPN was fucking cool?
It was 2006, and it was fucking awesome, man.
There was a good time. There was a really good time over there.
Yeah, it was fucking cool. There was even some good times in the Obama years. There was some good times where like Obama was playing basketball with like Chris Paul on stuff. That was fun.
Like, don't you remember? We used to be informed. Like
we used to be a society. Oh, by the way, wait, hold on. I have to show you this because I had a viral comment, and I think you're gonna really like this.
I can't wait to hear this.
I think you're gonna really like this. So there was so you know the Madison Beer Justin Herbert thing.
Yes. Oh, do I ever?
Well, Jackson Dart took his best shot at going viral for the same reason.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck about you, Jackson. Keep trying.
And he has like I think I don't want to talk down about her because I don't know. I literally don't know who she is, but I assume.
Well, she's dating Jackson Dart, so I don't have a high opinion.
Yeah, like I assume that she's she looks like an Instagram type hot blonde girl.
Yeah.
And they posted, Jackson Dart's girlfriend, Marissa Ayers, visited him in the Giants' first home practice in East Rutherford. And they're like, she's on the court, she's giving him water, or on the field, giving him water, kissing him. And I just posted underneath, our NFL QBs used to marry the most famous supermodels in the world and then abandon them from August to February in their quest for glory. We used to be a real society. And like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm nostalgic. I'm nostalgic for dudes who married real celebrities and then decided that they weren't going to talk to them for 6 months.
Yep.
I'm tired of these little fucking bitches.
Yep.
I'm tired of these bitches. By the way, be Jalen Hurts and marry like a hot, like tech woman who's smarter than all of us and like be a power couple, or be Tom Brady and marry Gisele Bundchen and ruin your marriage for 10 years straight until she finally leaves you for a jiu-jitsu instructor. Be interesting. These people are so goddamn boring.
Yeah. Learn from other people that have made these mistakes. Don't ever marry an Instagram model.
Well,
don't ever do it. I don't know who has ever done that, but I'm just saying, don't ever do it. It doesn't end well.
Instagram model.
I wouldn't know, but I suggest.
And I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know, but I would
But
suggest.
I'm just saying, in your hypothetical, I also
in the
agree.
hypothetical
Yeah.
situation, do not date anyone that is really only
Looking for internet attention.
an Instagram
Yeah.
model, and that's it.
Yeah, you know.
It's just my opinion. It's my opinion. It's what I don't look for at all.
Yeah, ever.
Not because of my past at all.
No.
Because of this hypothetical.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm on the same page with you. It's
a hypothetical.
Yeah, hypothetically, of course. Yeah, for sure.
Mocha, you ever been married?
Imagine if Mocha was like,
don't do it.
Mocha's like, I was divorced 5 years ago.
Oh, you and me both, buddy. Happily divorced. That a boy, me too.
That'd be really funny. He's like literally a child.
He says, let me tell you about Roxanne.
Roxanne.
Yeah, it's hot and heavy for a little bit there. But
Mocha has 3 kids we don't know about.
yeah,
We've
he's
never
just like,
seen.
do you know anything about Burma? I'm like, sadly, yes. Jesus Christ, tell me more.
Mocha's secret life. We're gonna write you a whole fan fiction, my dude.
There's gonna be a whole fucking thing.
If we get big enough, people are definitely gonna write Mocha fan fiction.
I mean,
They
I'm
don't
just
know
saying,
what's
Mocha,
going on back
you're
there.
gonna be like fucking elves and shit.
Yeah.
That's why you can never see my face.
We should show your face. You're handsome.
Very handsome. He's
Good
very
looking dude.
he's camera ready.
The mystique.
No, but there is something to being the face behind.
Yeah, the
you
man.
know?
Yeah, to pay no
Yeah.
attention to the man behind the curtain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right now, he's just the fucking man in the chair.
That's right. That's
right.
right.
Well,
We're
he's-
out here performing like clowns, and Mocha's cool as
We're
hell.
out here in these fucking streets, and he's back there fucking pulling all the strings. Yeah, you're not
That's
fooling
right.
anybody.
You guys can Clyde face all
All right. Well, we did it.
We did it.
Really quickly, just for pop culture corner,
Yeah.
just really quickly. Lanterns comes out this weekend. So fucking fun.
Can you just fuck off, by the way, because you're gonna be gone?
I'm gonna watch it in Hawaii.
No, I wanted to watch it together.
We're gonna watch it next week. We'll watch that episode
No.
2 next week. We're watching it. And Chris is gonna come. We're gonna cook a tri-tip next Sunday, and we're gonna watch Lanterns. It's like a gigantic family. Mocha, do you want to come over and watch Lanterns next week? We're gonna make it a thing.
Yeah.
See?
Mocha's gonna hang out with us.
Sounded.
That did sound
That
excited.
sounded.
That was
more,
actually way more excited.
Now you're an asshole.
I really do, Cody. Boy, do I.
Gee golly willikers, let's do that. All right, let's get the.
That sounded
All right, so bad news. We will be off next week, but it is only for
I
1
will
week.
be I will be holding down the feed a little bit with some of my own content, just so you know the people don't miss us.
But hey, I will have my away kit. Maybe we do an emergency, quick little
I don't want to talk
Zoom
to you.
podcast.
I don't want to talk. I want you to shut the fuck up.
I'm not gonna be able to.
Lay on the beach.
I'm not gonna be able to.
Get drunk.
I'm gonna, but I could do a podcast while drunk.
Well.
Clearly.
Yeah, we don't have that issue. Yeah. Well, yeah. Either way, there will be stuff that pops up on the regulars feed on my Instagram. Like I'll be doing my normal stuff, but also I'm gonna do a little bit of the regular stuff. Some clips from the last few
Absolutely.
shows and all that stuff. So you will not see an empty feed, but we will not be back until. For a live show in the studio until
The following
August 24th.
That's
I think
right.
it is.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Like, I want to make this abundantly clear. This week off, I don't take a whole lot of time off ever. This is actually my first vacation I've had in over a year.
I'm the reason that we've missed shows. Literally, I'm the only one who's taking time off.
No,
this year.
I have like, this is a weird thing about me, and this is just true. I have a weird guilt when I'm not
No,
work.
that's not you. That's all. That is literally everyone in this industry. If
Yeah.
you've been in sports or you've been in sports media, it literally it trains you. When I think I took 2 sick days at Fox Sports in 7 years.
I've never taken a sick day in this entire
And one
industry.
of them was I literally broke my wrist that day. And then the other one was my stepfather died.
My dad died, and I worked that day on Sirius XM. I didn't take a single day
Now, to
off.
be fair, that was probably just dissociation, but
Possibly that as well.
I
but
think they
yes.
would have given you the time off.
I worked there. I don't trust them at all.
Well, fair enough.
I have
actually. Fair
stories,
enough.
and don't worry, I will tell
do
them
you know
soon.
that when I was 25, I had just become a news editor. I wasn't even 25. I was 24. I was in my first year of news editing at NBC Sports Boston, and my best childhood friend died in a car accident tragically at the age of 25. And I called out of work that day, and then when I went back into work, I told her when the funeral was going to be, and my boss said, "Are you going to need the whole day off for the funeral?"
Jesus Christ.
And I looked at her and I was
Jesus
like,
Christ.
"Yes, my best friend just died, and he was 25. I think I'm going to not take the half day and pop in after I've seen a 25-year-old's dead body with all of my best friends. Thanks, though." So you know what, Cody? I understand the absolute fucking trauma of the day because I'm the same exact way. My mom, all my friends, anybody will tell you it's been really hard for me to not stress about not taking time off. I fully get it. That's why I'm bullying you because I get how hard it is.
I know I need it,
Yeah.
but
But
I
if you
feel
do end
guilty
up
about
needing an emergency pod,
then I have my
listen.
stuff.
Well, we
My
can
mic's gonna be with me.
You're gonna FaceTime me. We'll do a fucking emergency FaceTime.
I'm gonna have my 4K camera, my laptop. I'm gonna have everything
Yeah.
I can possibly need to actually run a show.
No,
That being said, the plan is we're gonna be off all next week, and thank you for
But we
dealing
don't
with
know
me.
what could happen. I mean, listen, you don't know. Like Tom Brady could decide to run for president, then we got to pop on.
Then I'm sorry. That's why I'm taking my mic. If something goes ape shit, I got to make some fucking
yeah.
videos.
If there's genuine breaking news, we'll be here.
Done and done.
Yep.
You'll see us if that's
Yeah.
the case. But I will be in Hawaii on the North Shore of Oahu. If you happen to be over there and see me,
If
fucking say hi.
anybody who watches us is on the North
You never
Shore
fucking
of
know.
Oahu, yeah, Cody will be there.
I will be there for a week, and I'm really excited for it. And a good little getaway, and then getting right back to fucking work as football season's here, baby.
Well, I'm so excited.
Dude.
I'm excited to watch football with you.
So
gonna hold it down here.
We are. We're gonna have Sunday football every Sunday
we're gonna
here.
have
We're gonna be
Sunday
barbecuing it up. We might do some content through the entire thing. Start getting ready to do some specialty shows. Hell, yesterday was really our first ever specialty show. I mentioned that, and it's even here. Maria says the emergency pod helped for our time off next week. So
it absolutely did, and also like just in general. I think as we head into this season and we get different opportunities, we may end up having guests. There's going to be things happening. We're building into the Super Bowl in Los Angeles.
It's getting to that time. Listen, we've been doing this for about 5 months now, and I really think we've built something really fun, and we've got a good core of listeners and audience that is really starting to join us. And as that time goes forward, I think it's time for us to start maybe experimenting a little bit.
We're growing up. We've graduated from preschool to elementary school.
And,
we want a little autonomy.
And also, like, you gotta understand, this studio has a lot more to offer.
It really does.
We're gonna start playing around with a little bit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we've got a lot going on.
Yeah. So it's gonna be a great time, and we're really excited for you guys to be joining us.
Everybody bully Cody into not doing work unless he has to.
Follow me on Instagram, Antihero Baseball. You're gonna like all the shit I'll be posting over there from
yes,
Oahu.
Yeah, and I've already promised the crew, and I'm gonna promise them more. Cody's gonna post thirst traps.
She is adamant that I need to start posting more.
Yeah, because I can't carry all the hotness load on the show.
I don't think I'm attractive though.
I do,
I don't
but
understand
I think
that.
you're attractive, and I want you to.
My girlfriend does too, and I don't know what the fuck you girls are looking at.
I know. We had a meeting, and we said more Cody thirst traps.
All right, thirst traps are coming.
Yeah.
Lots and lots of them. A lot of tats.
I can't hold down the hotness factor all by myself.
Well, you put out the knees. I don't do that.
I put out more than knees, but people really
graphic.
Yeah.
Fuck. Well, later. We'll see you guys in a week and a half, right, Mocha? Fuck. Well, catch our next show on OnlyFans. Tanya, fuck Kurt Schilling.
Fuck Kurt Schilling. We'll see you in a couple weeks, guys.